Sisters in Sync. My name's Vanessa.
And I'm Asha.
And we're sisters from another mister.
Get ready for some serious fun as we dive into life's craziness.
Have deep discussions and explore the world together.
Stick around for some serious laughs, insights, and a whole lot of sisterly love.
Welcome to another episode.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions, goals that we want to set for ourselves, looking back into 2020 from 2024 and looking into 2025, and just all of our experiences and things that we were looking forward to.
Yeah.
So how has your Christmas been?
My Christmas was really nice. It was a quiet one. Really just with my mum and my brother. Two of my cousins came, stopped by, but it was really chilled, really quiet.
That's
just
nice.
Small, cute.
I saw a picture on your Instagram, and your mum decorated the whole house to the nines. It was tinsel. It wasn't even tinsel actually. It was good quality decorations. It was what did you have? Like a reindeer?
Yeah, she has all
lights.
sorts. Every year there's new stuff that gets added.
Yeah.
So there's lights, there was a Christmas bow, there's copious amounts of fairy lights in my mum's house.
It looks so festive and so warm and so cozy. Yeah. That's so nice.
She always makes a massive effort. But she's so funny. Every year, basically come November, she was like, I'm not doing Christmas. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
She was being a proper Grinch.
Yeah. And then she ends up doing it. And then she ends up going all out. So this year, when she started saying it, I didn't even acknowledge it. Me and my brother just basically cracked a joke. So we're all meeting in McDonald's on the 24th. Cool. Because she says it every year and then goes out. And then she was like, oh, I didn't want to do it, but Victor made me do it. He wasn't going to let me.
I think if you have kids as well, I think it allows you to kind of still carry on with the traditions or stuff like that. I know somebody that went to a pub this year because they were can't bother to cook, can't bother to do all of that stuff. So they went with their family to a pub. And I don't know, I don't think I would necessarily do it, but I understand why people do it because it's more just kind of going and just sitting down and not having to think about the added extras or whatever.
Yeah, it's true. I think there's something nicer. I think it just depends on how much pressure you put on yourself around Christmas, because at the core it really is just about spending time with your family. For me, it's really just kind of remembering the season, the reason for the season. I tend to go a lot more to church. I know Jesus wasn't born on the 24th. Before anyone comes to me,
I don't think anyone's gonna come.
I know there's some. It's but I think for us, it's just more about just remembering why we're here, being grateful. And counting our blessings, really.
I think that's what truly Christmas is about. It's about family. It's about blessings, and just appreciating what you got. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's always people that's got way worse than you and whatever.
Yeah, and it's a nice way to kind of end finish out the year. It really is, because it does become that time where you're just generally more reflective. It's those last few weeks of the year, and you kind of just remember all the things that you've kind of done over the year. Also remember all the challenges that you may have faced and overcome. And I think, there's something nice about just being able to get back together with the people that you love the most, and you're closest with around that time of year. I know not everyone has the opportunity or has that as well. So I can understand why for some people Christmas can be a really not so great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the commercial side of Christmas I'm not really into. The whole shebang of just the craziness, or you need to spend loads of money and you need to be
I feel that's very American-y. We do I think the UK is kind of similar in that way. When you go into town kind of around that Christmas period, it's horrible. So many crowds, people are pushing each other, they're rude, do you know what I mean? And it takes away from that element that we literally just spoke about appreciating each other, treating each other with kindness, all of those things. But I hosted Christmas this year.
Yeah, it's the second year that you've hosted
Yeah,
it.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. I felt like just a tad little bit of pressure. My family's so chilled, so it's not nothing. But I was like, I want to make the house festive, so I was doing all of like the sitting room, like decorating it, and then I just had to make sure, kind of like, because they don't know my house, all of like the tools and stuff were out.
Yeah.
And we just cooked together, so everyone has like a different kind of like task, but I was like leading it. But I kind of like that. I kind of like bossing people about you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that. But I set the vibe. I had the music. I put on like some piano or whatever. We just vibed. It was nice.
Yeah.
We played some games. We were just like goofy. Like sometimes we just go into like goofy, like silly modes where I put on like steps and like S Club 7, and we just doing like karaoke to those songs and like what's that song? It was like rodeo, rodeo.
Yeah.
And, like, we were just doing that song as well, but it was just like so genuine and just like really nice.
Yeah.
And just chatted and then just opened some presents, and that was it really.
Yeah.
Just nice spending time with each other, and that's it
really. I think that's really what it is, isn't it? I try to every year for me, what I've started doing is like trying to get a new game. I always buy like a new game that we can kind of play as a family around Christmas, just to get the whole family off of their screens.
What's like your family game?
There isn't one, so I'm trying.
Is your family not used to games? Like, they're not really a game. Because like, my family's like a game. Like, we love.
And I'm trying to get
any form of games.
I'm trying to get my family to the game, like to include my mum at least, as well, so we can actually sit down and do it together. So I bought this charades game because I think in the past there was one Christmas where we had no internet whatsoever. There was like an issue in the area when my mum was still living in like an old house, like in another house, and we just had to figure out ways to kind of entertain ourselves. So we played charades, but we would just write different things on like notes, and then would do all of those type of things into like crazy karaoke, and like those were some of the things that me and my mum did during COVID as well, to try and entertain my brother. So I was trying like, this is a charade game, so let me do it with like, see if everyone is up for it. Why was I trying to force it? Like, my family was just so unenthusiastic, and then they tried for a little bit, but there just wasn't. My mum just keeps getting distracted on her phone, so she's just scrolling on TikTok, like every 2 seconds.
You didn't set it.
I'm just like, so I managed to get my little brother of his like Xbox, and we played several rounds of Uno.
Okay. So it was like I love Uno.
Yeah, so it was a sibling challenge. So as the three of us were playing like Uno, like an Uno battle.
Yeah.
And he loves that. He gets really competitive.
I just come into my head, I literally have to apologize for you. You wasted like £3 on that elf. So you did Elf on the Shelf. And you did a really good one. And I was like, oh my God, because I convinced you to do this Elf on the Shelf. I made you pretty much buy this elf to do Elf on the Shelf in the house. And you did it. And I was like, oh my God, I was so excited. And then I completely forgot to return the favour. do this elf. So this elf is literally actually sat on the shelf doing nothing.
I'm gonna put it in the box.
No, I still think we should do Elf on the Shelf all year round. I don't think it should just be a Christmas thing. I think we should just do it.
Well, little pranks.
Little pranks.
I will get to the point.
No, not pranks though. Like, I don't want pranks where like you've taken my whole toothpaste out the thing and like put it all, or like you put food colouring in my shower gel, or
you're giving me great ideas. You going into work looking all purple with all the kids,
or like doing a permanent marker mustache on me or something like that. No, please don't, because I know you'll go forward with this. I just don't think I'll be able to take it.
Oh, that's the fun in it. But nah, that's fair. I try
like small, like tiny pranks. I think I would be okay with that.
I wouldn't go to the extreme of food colouring in your
anything that messes up my day. I think I just wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah, I don't know what would mess up your day. So it's just maybe not mess up your day. You might not get to it in the morning, but after work.
Yeah.
We
can think of something.
Yeah.
We can go on Pinterest and just like, think of a
Oh,
things.
I love a prank war. I
you can tell you grew up with brothers.
Yes, I very much
because I grew up with sisters, and like we never did anything like that.
Oh no, pranks.
I can pranks.
Tell. So I was at my mum's like with my little brother because my mum went to work literally the other day, and I don't know. Me and my mum were just having a laugh. We were basically just rinsing my little brother. And he was like, I don't like this. Why have you guys decided to gang up on me?
See, people don't like it when it's on them.
He was laughing because we were just cracking jokes. He was like absolutely in stitches, but also it was at his expense a little bit. And so as soon as my mum left, he was like, oh, I'm going to get you back. Because I just kept cracking the jokes. It's like, I'm going to get you. But he was literally just sat there watching TV and stuff. I was like, well, what's the point of me coming if you ain't gonna speak to me? Yeah. So I was like, I get on his nerves.
Just mix it up.
He gets
on your nerves as well. So I think you do it to each other.
I got on his nerves to the point that we ended up having a full-on water fight. No, I think he said something or did something. Yeah, and I just basically just splashed. I was drinking water and I just splashed the water over him. And he was just like, no, I'm going to get you back. And then he got the water bottle and he just started pouring loads of water on me. He's like, right, that's it. And then he thought he was going to...
How is your house not getting smashed up?
It's not smashed up. It's just the
water.
Not
smashed up, but like... the walls are all wet and...
No, the walls weren't that wet. Okay. It was more on the clothes. So I got him. I finally got him. He thought he was clever. He thought he got me. And then he was able to escape, but he didn't. He wasn't quick enough. I got him and literally just poured so much water over him. It was like... and I could just see him like completely exasperated. Like...
You gotta match his energy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I match his energy. He can't play me. He needs to be humbled. No, he's getting what, 14, and he thinks he can speak to me however. So I just bring him down a peg. No, but it's funny. It's fun.
Really. Shall we go on to things that happened in 2024?
Yeah, what actually happened in the last year?
I was going through this because I knew we was doing this type of episode, and a lot has actually happened in 2024.
Yeah.
When I was going back, like I think a lot of like more so like political / celebrity drama has happened. Like the whole, for example, the whole Diddy case, like all of that's kind of happened all throughout of the year. So everyone like had been getting like kind of updates about what's happening next and like finding out all of the things that happened in the past. I didn't really follow it to an extent. I knew that like certain things had come out, obviously the Cassie thing and the things that these parties or things that he'd done, but I don't think I followed it to the extent because I don't think I'd wanted to like get into it like mentally, you know, and like properly follow it.
I found myself in a couple of YouTube holes and stuff and hearing like some other celebrities like making comments around it and ended up listening to some like podcasts talking about it. But then after a while I was like, everyone is kind of just feeding off of this as well.
Yeah.
And it's basically jumping on a bandwagon because it's like creating views and things like that. And then I just realized I'm kind of sick of this kind of culture of trying to always follow a trend, especially on social media.
What was the trend though?
Well, Diddy was trending with all the drama, so everyone was trying to create content around it.
But was it negative content though? Like what was the content that everyone was?
It was just all just speculations, trying to figure out what's been
so everyone's trying to be a detective.
Yeah,
basically.
It's like it's just all about speculation, gossip, just basically talking about the drama, trying to piece things together that other people have kind of said online, and then Boy, there was this one lady, like something right, like she's has a whole
Oh,
vendetta.
what's
Yeah,
her name?
I don't know.
I know, Jaguar Right.
Jaguar
Yeah.
Right.
No, but she is right.
Is she?
Yeah, she is
she
right.
the-
She's been doing this for years. She's been exposing people in the industry for years because I think she worked for Jay-Z or something. So she was a singer or a rapper or
Yeah.
something. And I see her videos pop up like now and again, I think on YouTube or something. And she's been doing it for years where she's been exposing different celebrities. She goes for Jay-Z, she goes for Beyonce, she's been going for Diddy, like way in the past, but everyone was like, you're just a hater, you know, and saying you don't know this, you're a hater. But then actually things that she was saying about Diddy, it was kind of matching up to the things she was saying. So no, I don't believe everything she says is like gold dust and like true, but I believe there's some truth to what she says.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think I don't really follow all of those type of celebrities like that, so it pops up and I'm just like, oh, I've heard of them, and then I just end up in these like little holes.
Yeah.
Just because I do like a detect, like anything that's like, oh, detective, we're trying to find the clues and trying to kind of figure out the bigger picture.
What can we learn from those types of things though? Like hearing about these people and them doing things in Hollywood and stuff like that, and like people in positions of power. It's like I feel like people can learn something from the stories that are coming out,
100%,
you know, and they can relate it to their personal life maybe even. Because I think in some circumstances you did, you know, in terms of positions of people in positions of power, like you felt like you could relate that to certain things in your life.
100%. I think what it just highlights is I think for me, what really highlighted is that eventually the truth will always come out. You know?
Sorry, I have to give that a click. Yeah, it's true.
Like, you can beg, steal, and borrow your way to the top, but if you don't,
come to the light.
if you haven't done this with a good upstanding character, like it will eventually get exposed, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. It's all of these celebrities, especially in a certain music scene and culture, that have kind of managed to get their way to the top through shady dealings at the very beginning. Okay, maybe the money that you're making now is honest, but you didn't get to where you were being 100% honest, and that will eventually catch up to you. I do believe that.
Yeah.
As I think at the end of the day,
demons will,
yeah. Because it's like, it's all well and good. Okay, you've built wealth and you've got money, but you cannot be buried with your money.
No.
You know? Mm-hmm. So ultimately, we all die the same.
People are worshipping money at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I think for me, that's one of the things that I realized is like, if I'm due to live the rest of my life out, like, what do I really want to see? And is money, like gaining money, so important to me? But I was like, I realized I don't want to get wealthy for the sake, and then lose my soul in the process.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
I'm surprised that like some of the things that the videos that Diddy was in, like no one clocked it earlier. I'm surprised, like.
I think
a lot of the videos I saw, I was like, this shows his character, you know, the way he was with people, the way he was kind of like with the kids and doing all this stuff. It's like very like.
But you'd be surprised how much people are willing to close their eyes when it comes to
even R. Kelly,
money and wealth.
Yeah,
there's true. A lot of people when it comes to those kind of things, they start making decisions, and sometimes the decisions is like, well, if it benefits me, then it's not my business, or I'm gonna look the other way. And I think this is where a lot of celebrities in Hollywood are also like shaking, because even the ones that didn't speak up, like that knew what's happening and didn't say anything, they're being caught in the crossfires as well. You know?
Yeah, but like, I feel like if you don't. Not all, but if you don't speak up, like you're probably part of the problem. You're probably with it, you know. or you're scared. I don't know.
I think
there's
some of it
two.
is scared, and sometimes also for people it's just about prioritizing their own
Image,
agenda or
yeah,
their own
yeah.
own thing. But I think when you have to kind of it's an element of dehumanization that you have to do when it comes to being looking the other way to abuse. Reality, if you're in the midst and you're watching and you're seeing something and then you're consciously deciding to close your eyes, and then you do that repeatedly, you know, repeatedly, you're just as bad.
You're part
to
of the
some,
problem.
you know.
Yeah.
I can understand. It's complex as well as techie, because I think being like, if you're someone that's also a victim and you're in a difficult situation and stuff, it might not always be as easy to kind of speak up, especially when someone is actually really powerful and they can unleash a lot of bad
scary,
on you, you know. But you know, justice will prevail. I think that's the thing that for me that was comforting. You know what? Actually, it gave me hope in justice.
Yeah.
Again.
But do you think that justice like has been served?
I think we're just scratching the surface
of
the deep rooted like schemes. At the end of the day, it's an industry, and there's companies. There's more like billion-dollar companies behind it, and you guarantee once you start following the money and you follow the trail, a lot of these big corporations and stuff have got some dirt
involvement.
In
100%.
And I think like Diddy going down is just one piece
of the
puzzle of trying to kind of unravel some of those deep-rooted systemic issues. I think COVID has helped us wake up and recognize the systems as it is. And I think, yes, we had stuff that was very public and very TV focused. But now there's also a lot of people that have gone away and they're doing the work. And a lot of that is work behind closed doors. It's not about being a public figure. It's like these are people that are digging through it and they're trying to change things from the inside out. And that will take time, but that will also reveal some of the things. I think for me it always just reminds me of like, and actually there's a Bible verse actually, and it's like almost like a prophecy, but it's just like, behold, I will make all things new. This is paraphrasing, but there's a verse in the Bible that kind of speaks on it. And it just reminds me of that, like everything is being made new, but for something to become new, the old needs to go first. You know. So I think 2024 was some of the revealing of this process that has been started.
I think Diddy, like that was like becoming like unraveling throughout the whole of the year. What else? Like there's like political things that have happened, other political things like Labour.
Finally Labour got into power, but then
I don't feel any difference, but I think it was the economy in the UK has just been left in such a bad place that it's really hard for any other party to come in and try and like basically fix all of the damage that's been done. Like it's literally been like 14 years, maybe more.
It is, and
since
also
another party has been like come in. So you just think about how much damage, if the party hasn't done a good job, like how much damage that's caused, and then people are expecting amazing things or things to happen straight away. So I don't know, I think it takes time. But I haven't felt or seen anything so far. I don't know.
I think it's really techie. I think
I feel like you're more into like you watch more like political stuff than I do.
Sometimes I'll go through phases. I go through phases when I'm like really interested in it, and then other phases where I'm just like, oh, this is too much. I think my issue is I do not believe that Keir Starmer is really about change.
Mm.
I think Keir Starmer is a person that he's been hired to do a job, and the party, I think, has had such a massive revamp before even being elected. I don't fully trust that everyone is actually truly still in that party about like the true
because they can
essence of
move
life. Yeah,
they can move from party to party, can't they?
yeah, and I
Like in
think
the seats.
because I think if you have people who have got a certain mindset of belief in a lot of the was a conservative kind of mindset and structures and stuff like that, and then you just happen to move on to Labour because
They felt like it, or
no, it was because they realised the Conservatives like may not have a foothold anymore because the PR is bad.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna switch. Some people,
but that's not genuine.
No, it's not.
Just a switch.
It's not. I think I do believe like when Jeremy Corbyn was
I was gonna mention Jeremy Corbyn. I think
party,
he was more genuine.
But I think at the time as well, the party or the people that he put really were about real change. I don't believe Keir Starmer. I think Keir Starmer is pretty much more in the middle.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's what our country needs right now. I think we do need the radical change to really rebuild, because I think the divide has become so big that even the people that previously would have been classed as middle class are actually struggling.
Yeah.
Make that make sense. You know, the people that previously would have
think
voted.
That's why it was changed to potentially changed to Labour, because more people will wake up and realising this has been going on for so long and it's only getting worse.
Yeah, but he's not making any real change.
I know, but people have the perception of Labour to be more like about the people. Do you know what I mean? So that's why they did it. Like, I don't know who's, we didn't know who. Well, we did know who was going to come in to be the Prime Minister, but you know what I mean? Like, you have to just put hope into that. This was literally the first time I voted.
I honestly,
the first time I was happy with myself because I was so disappointed. When Brexit happened, I didn't vote because I just didn't have the knowledge. I was at uni at the time. I wasn't around people that were voting, and I wasn't in that community. And I think getting older and kind of realizing that I need to do this. Votes do matter. I did wake up. And sometimes you have to kind of just go through that journey, go through certain disappointments and realise, like, the power is within the voter as well. That's what I believe.
It is. And I think also it's like they're very clever at making politics really complicated. So...
Yeah, and not feel like it's accessible. I didn't feel like it was accessible to me at the time, but now I do. Yeah. So from now on, like, obviously that was my first time voting, but now on I will be voting, because it is important.
Yeah. I think the thing that made me really more interested in politics was really down to just seeing some social media content that actually broke it down a lot more. But I think it was also something like I was just growing up. I think there was a naivety. Like, I think when you're 16, 17, 18, and you're that age, you're not really thinking about you're kind of you're just in your world bubble. Yeah.
And then when it actually was announced, we're not part of the European Union anymore. It was like, crap. It's like, oh dear, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, so true.
But so voting happened. Now we're Labour. What else? There was a couple of trends. I wanted to put trends. So I'm a bit of a TikTok, not a fan, but I go on TikTok sometimes. So did you see the trend, give me my money?
No, I didn't see that.
Huh?
No.
It was literally viral. Everyone was doing it. It was do you know anything about it? No, so it was okay. For example, a family would, gather around. I didn't really understand it, to be honest, but the first person would be like, give me my money. And then the other people would clap and be like, yeah! And then they would go around the circle, and the last person to do it, they would give me my money. And then no one would clap. and applaud them and make them feel like embarrassed.
What is your algorithm?
No, but seriously, like it was viral. Like everyone was doing it. Serious.
I've not seen this.
It was a trend for sure. It was a trend for sure.
That completely missed me.
Seriously,
this is the first time I'm hearing about
I'm
this.
intrigued about what your algorithm is like, because every time I'm like, yeah, this is viral, this is a trend, you're like, I've never heard of it.
I think it's because we're in different age brackets.
I'm literally 2 years younger than you.
I know, but you're in the 20 bracket, I'm in the 30 bracket.
But and I think people were like older were doing this. Even like the elderly was even doing this.
I don't know why my algorithm hasn't shown me that.
What about the grind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You
7,
told
8.
me about that, but I didn't really see that either. I saw that I saw that more on Instagram than on TikTok.
Yeah, that's fine. That's still a trend, like a viral social media trend.
I tried that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I do it.
No, I can't do it now. I tried it. I never said I was successful in it. What was the other one? What was the other trend that I saw? It was the one that's like literally been running in my head was the Ting Ting challenge.
Ting Ting?
Yeah. It's a dance challenge. Ting 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 ting. And it's basically it's basically just shaking your ass.
Okay. What, like twerking?
Yeah, but it's a specific kind of way of twerking.
Okay.
Have you not had a ting ting challenge?
No.
See,
I just like the Tasala one where it's like da 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 da, like the South African thing.
No, I may call it the ting ting because that's how the song goes.
Yeah.
It goes ting 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 ting. Because it just runs.
Yeah, we need to swap. We need to swap like social media just for like a day or something. It intrigues me.
I think at the moment also a lot of my TikTok is just shopping. It's just a bunch of people trying to sell me stuff.
But you saw the water one, like the
yeah, the Tyler one.
I tried to do that.
Yeah, we tried.
Realized I'm a bit stiff. Can't twerk like that.
And I
can whine, but I can't twerk.
And I realised I can't disconnect certain areas. So if I'm jiggling, everything is jiggling.
It literally she disconnects her like hips, like
I don't know,
from her back. I just don't understand it.
If I'm trying to jiggle, everything jiggles. Yeah. I can't just jiggle my ass.
That's
everything
fine.
is jiggling.
Do it your way. Just pour water down your back. Do it your way.
I'm just like, it's not for me. It's a no from me. The other thing that I've seen, and I absolutely love these because it literally cracks me up, is, have you seen those? There's the two old men, like, basically look like gangsters, like from the deep, like Manchester.
Are they like what's it called in London? North, east, south, west. Hackney. They got like the Hackney accent.
Yeah, I think so. The old men, their granddads.
Yeah, and they're rapping.
Yeah, they're rapping.
Yeah,
like I love them.
But the only one I know is the Queen Vic one, the one that gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, that's
Big
the new one.
Sesame. Big mean Genevieve. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat.
It's a 9-bar melody. 9-mil melody?
Yeah, it's a 9-mil melody. You're a vegan. I bet you're a vegan. It's so random, but it gets in your head.
What's the line that we both love? It's your dad's gone mad off of cannabis.
You're vegan. I bet you're a vegan. Something. Your dad's going mad off of cannabis. Yeah, the lyrics are wild.
I don't know. I came across them ages ago.
Really?
Yeah, I came across them ages ago.
Maybe like the two guys.
Yeah, and then I think it was like, and then I listened to some of the way I think how they got into it.
Was it from like a drill or a drill?
No, I don't know if they had kids or something that kept playing this kind of music, and then they realized, well, hold on, I can do it.
Do you think old people should get into rap?
Why not?
Obviously they are, like some people are, but I don't know if this is a gimmick or not, or whether they actually think they are rappers.
No, I don't think they thought about being rap, but then they realized they could write, and then they did something, and I think they
they write the?
Yeah, they write the music. I think that's how it came about. They saw, I think maybe one of their grandkids or whatever was telling them about like this grime artist, and I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And then he sat down and he did it. And then it was like,
Yeah, it went
there were
viral.
bars.
But I think it went viral because old people aren't rapping. Old people aren't dressing in their clothes. They aren't.
What they write is actually good.
Do you think so?
It's better than some of the other madness.
Yeah, true. That's
Come
true.
on.
Yeah.
Some of the other stuff doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
At least
true.
what they're writing has got some sense to it.
True.
Let's bring it back to the old days of like hip hop when the lyrics actually meant something.
True.
Some of the stuff that's been written now, I was like, huh? Like I listened to it, I was like, I don't understand any of this.
I think they went to Glastonbury.
I would love to watch them live.
On like a small, it wasn't a big stage, but like a small stage.
I'd be down to see them
like
live.
One festival, I don't know if it's Glastonbury, but one festival.
Yeah.
They like performed, and people actually like went to watch.
Yeah,
them.
I would love to see them live. But you know, I've said this before. Like when it comes to music and stuff, I listen to lyrics.
Yeah.
So I'm more about the content rather than just, oh, is it a vibe, or does it like
yeah,
is it cool? Like I actually want to because I listen to the actual lyrics.
You like to this way, like you like Adele because you can get into the feels. Like
Yeah.
you like how music, but I think that's the reason for music is like how it can move you, make you feel, like and all of that stuff. How it personally can.
Because I think it's to me music, and also songwriting is a form of expression. It's a creativity, and for you to be able to express it's usually down to an experience that you've had, something that you've kind of gone through, and it's a way of channeling like your emotions, your feelings, etc. And yeah, okay, hip hop usually is more around like anger, like trying to.
I think it's about activism.
Some of it as well.
That's why the way it started. Like it was a form of expression.
Yeah.
Hip hop and like rap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To express what was going on in their community or things that they wanted to say.
Yeah, so it's like activism, but also some of it might be them also working through their own personal emotions, what they're going through. It's just a form of expression. I think all this new music it's commercialized music. It's literally just what sells.
We're gonna do this later, but that's what we can leave in 2024.
Yeah.
This new music.
Yeah.
This.
Oh, don't.
Not all, because there are some artists that are actually like, I believe, like of value, some new artists, but the ones that are just shaking their asses, that have no substance to them, they need to stay in 100%. Stay in the past. I agree,
because it's mad.
Yeah,
what's out there?
Absolutely mad.
What else has happened?
There's a couple of ones that I've written that is more for me.
Yeah,
like Vibes Cartel coming out of prison. That was the shock of 2024. I'm sorry, but that was for a lot of people a shock. People were, when they realized Vibes Cartel like was coming out of prison and go back to Jamaica, like people were instantly trying to save their money. They were potentially willing to sell their kidney to get money to go to his concert. Do you not understand how much people love Vibes Cartel?
But didn't he perform and he was struggling? Come on.
People overlook this. Like he recently performed in December, and it was like called Freedom Street.
Who did we see when we went to? Who did we see when we went to the festival? We went to go to the festival.
We saw Capleton. No, that's Beanie Man.
Oh, that's the
Vibes Cartel.
Sorry, that's what.
If I saw Vibes Cartel live, I'll be so gassed, Vanessa. We saw Capleton, Beanie Man, Shinsia.
Like you said, I don't follow artists.
Yeah, you don't follow artists like that.
No,
you were there for the vibes.
I go for the vibes and if I like a song.
Yeah,
I'm not keeping track on any.
You didn't see Vibes Cartel.
Okay,
you don't
in my
have
head.
Vibes Cartel money.
Oh, fair.
Oh my god, have you? I looked up how much an Usher concert was. It was like $2,000.
An Usher concert.
Usher.
$2,000.
Yeah.
To see Usher. What in
you know there's
LA?
Yeah,
you know
the concerts that he's doing. He's like I don't know where, but
he's in Las Vegas. That's his Las Vegas residence.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Where he has like cherry and he gets the girls to like eat the cherry and stuff
like
that.
Weird.
And it's part of the act. It's part of it. Because Usher's like a lover boy. Usher's supposed to be like the one that seduces.
Usher, you're nearly 50. You need to stay at home with your kids. Sorry.
His wife's front row. cheering him on, giving females a cherry.
No,
and all of
you
this
need
stuff.
to be at
and girls
home
milk it
with your kids.
Girls literally
I'm
milk
sorry.
it. Like,
Imagine
girls
that's your
are
dad. Imagine that's your dad. Deep it.
Yeah.
Your dad.
I wouldn't like that.
Every
but
night.
Usher's not my dad.
Like.
Yeah, but that's his career.
He's made enough money. You don't need to keep doing that.
He wants more, and maybe he enjoys it. If you can, like, to be like, Usher does have a couple of new songs out. He's made new music, but obviously his old music people really, really love, and it doesn't get old. It's like actually a classic.
He's made new music?
Yeah.
I'm so out the loop.
You are out the loop.
I'm really out the loop.
Yeah. To be fair, my friend like put me on. I didn't even realise. But obviously everyone loves old Usher. So, like, of course, in his concerts, he's going to do his old music. Because if he did his new music, people are going to be like, what's this? It's the old school things that we like. We like the old school R&B. Like, we love it.
To be fair, I've been listening to old school R&B.
Exactly. You were literally listening to it like an hour ago.
Yeah.
We love old school R&B.
I do like my old school, like, R&B. Yeah, no. Vibes Cartel. Okay, Vibes Cartel.
Yeah, Vibes Cartel. Let me do this real list. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Fight. Did you see the fight?
No, I didn't watch the fight.
I saw the fight. I saw Mike Tyson's ass.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. What kind of fight was this?
That's what I was thinking, literally. Like, me and my boyfriend were watching it, and we were... It shocked me, I'm sorry. But it was before the fight. You know how they kind of film before the fight?
Did he just moon the camera?
He had like a thong on.
Huh?
Yes! Mike Tyson, a 60-year-old man, like, had a thong on. He was, like, in the camera, like someone was interviewing him before the fight, and he, like, turned around and I saw his whole ass cheeks. Like, it was the worst. It was the worst thing ever.
So
worse than the fight.
I'm a granny. I'm an old clueless lady in my little
You wouldn't have wanted to see that.
bubble.
That was disgusting. I don't want to see Mike Tyson's ass ever again.
Just bet you're
I had to wash my eyes after that. Seriously. But I don't think the fight was necessary. I think I'm not so much into boxing, but I was intrigued because obviously Mike Tyson is a boxing legend.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul is kind of like within the boxing scene, I guess, now. But I don't think it was necessary for them to... Obviously, I believe it was all publicity, and for them, Mike Tyson was given a lot of money for the fight, and so was Jake Paul for doing it. So I think it was like a collaborative, like, let's just get some money, you know? But I think... I don't know, I felt like it took away from Mike Tyson's legacy a little bit. Like...
I think, yeah.
We need to remember you for what you've done in the past. I felt that fight was a bit, you know, you're punching up a 60-year-old man. It's, even though he is still strong for a 60, you know, he was out of breath by the end of it. He was really struggling. And it's not that Jake Paul was great either, but I don't think Jake Paul was putting his all into it because he knew he was fighting a 60-year-old man. So it was a bit pointless. The whole thing, I think it was.
I think probably
egged on.
I probably is more so to try and give maybe someone else coming up in the industry
but
a chance
he's already
to kind of
there. Like
I think
he's rich. He's got his like.
No,
Jake
but I think Jake Paul and his brother and stuff. I think they've been known for their YouTube. So the media
drinks.
The prime drink, which is toxic.
It's horrible, yeah.
It's actually been pulled off all the shelves. So there was a whole other story around that. But I think like Jake Paul, they've always been known as just being influencers, you know, social media, like content creators. And I think, but they've always been athletic. Like they've always been into sports from very early on. Like I think that's how their dad has trained them. Because there's a couple of videos back in the day that I watched when they kind of were just talking about like their upbringing and stuff, and their dad has like really militarily like raised these two kids. I think that's where they've gotten this like tenacity to keep going and keep trying to reinvent themselves. And I think they've always been like into their sports.
Okay.
I think that probably was what was their first love, and I think this is probably like an opportunity for them to be able to, for Jake to make something out of themselves
in the match. You could tell that Jake Paul looked up to Mike Tyson. Like obviously they were doing their trash talk. That's like a very common thing in a lot of sports, like fighting competitions. But at the end, like yeah, you could tell Jake Paul looked up to Mike Tyson. But I don't know. I just didn't think it was necessary.
I think it's probably
like
Mike Tyson but Mike Tyson's probably just like I. To be fair, the way that you're explaining it to me, I'm just seeing it as like, okay, there's a legend that's just giving a foot up to the next person, because now Jake is probably going to be taken way more seriously as an actual boxer in the industry for having done a match with Mike Tyson. He was a legend. Mike Tyson
obviously you can tell his grandkids that, like, that's like a phenomenal thing. But you're boxing a 60-year-old man. I think the age gap and the age difference is just very significant. It's like, what's the point? Like,
it's really just for him to be taken seriously
in Mike's prime or just after Mike's prime or whatever. I would understand it, but you're boxing the elderly. I didn't get it. I understand exactly.
It's just for clout.
Money. I understand what you mean in terms of like.
I think for him, Jake and his management.
For Jake Paul.
I think Jake and his management probably approached him and said like it'd be really cool. Like, probably was a dream of his to be able to fight a legend and be able to say that, because they have been raised with a lot of like pride. And I think the way that their dad, like, if you watch one of their videos where they kind of talk about it, like it's not all been rosy and how they've been raised. And I think that's why they try so hard to almost get like status. And so it probably is something like that, like deep down it's like Jake just wanted to prove something to himself, something to the person that he wants to, like, who he's maybe looking up to, you know. And then he can probably, like, the reality is that if you've got a bit of money, he knows what's possible.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's probably more so of that, because I don't understand all of this. All of these boys was like Jake, Paul, and was
the
KSI.
Worst one, KSI. I'm sorry.
KSI and then his brother, like they all these four, like this constant beef that they do for like viral views and whatnot.
People get sucked into it.
I'm just like, it's just madness. It's a circus to me. I look at it. It's a whole circus.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it's like, it's not real. It's like reality. It's reality TV. That's what it is at this point. They've got
so much money. It's crazy how much money they get off these things. It's crazy.
But it's like, but the fact is, this is like kids getting money, and so they're doing kid things. But half of them are like grown.
Their fan base are kids. Like KSI and all of these, their fan base are like young teenage boys and stuff like that.
But they've never grown out. So they've never grown out of being teenage boys. It's the next generation of 50-year-old men that then decide at the age of 55, oh, now I'm ready for something serious. And take responsibility for my actions.
I know.
It's all right, Uncle Sam. Bit late.
Shall we move on to...
So true. You know how many times I see it, I was like, come on.
I know. Shall we move on to, like, things that we've done in 2024? Is there something, or do you want to go into talk about what you're looking forward to in 2025?
What am I looking forward to in 2025? I think just more opportunities. I don't know. I think I get to this point now where I just see the beginning of a new year as like a new chapter, and I was like, oh, I just get to write a whole new story.
Yeah.
Almost. So I think for me now it's just like everything is open. It's open to the imagination. It's open to whatever may happen. I haven't really got anything planned ahead yet. I do.
You've got like little goals and little things. Like last night we wrote out
we've done
like our goals, like plan and stuff like that, but you haven't gone to anything specific yet.
No. I think I'm just looking forward to it just being a new year. So looking forward to the summer.
Oh,
like looking forward
can't
to the
wait
summer.
for the sun. It's so cold. We're suffering.
Yeah. So I can't wait for the summer, spring, that time of year, because I think when everything kind of just blooms and just gets nice again. Yeah, it's just seeing where I'll travel this year. I want to travel again. I do want to do a big trip again.
We need to drive. Or are you talking about like a holiday?
Well,
yeah, we're talking about going to Romania.
Yeah, Romania is like a little relaxing.
That's more like a small one. Yeah.
Romania is more of like, it's our retreat now. Romania is our
little go-to when we feel stressed or it's due. Yeah. We go to Romania. We go to the spa.
Yeah.
We chill for like a couple of days.
I think. Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm really looking forward to that. We need to look into actually
making it happen. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we need to make things happen this year.
I'm ready.
Not chat, do.
Yes. Yeah. I'm ready to do. I'm just waiting for everyone else to catch on.
Yeah.
Because I'm so flexible now. I think that's kind of how I approach most of my years. Well, like last year was like, if people wanted to do something, it's like, yeah, cool, I'm down. And I don't think I just do.
That's one of my kind of goals though for moving forward into the future, is being more of a leader. So I can be like, oh yeah, like let's do this, and like say about the plan, but it's easy for everyone to like it to kind of just have it in your mind and then it to kind of vanish. So just keeping that conversation alive and just more leading certain like things, that's something that I want to do in 2025, is just like organizing things more and being the leader of organizing rather than kind of leading it up to other people to kind of like make things happen. That's how I feel like I'll be able to do
I like
some more
doing
things.
it, but all of my friends are control freaks, so then I'm just like, cool. Because I've tried so many times. And then I'm like, but no, I don't like this, and can we do it like this? And I'm just like, okay, do you just want to plan it? Because you clearly have
How much are they controlling of this? Like, what are they controlling? The activities or where to go or
it's what? Just, they're just very... Most of my friends are more very specific in what they like and how they like it, whereas I'm like probably out of everyone the most spontaneous and easygoing in that kind of area. Like for me, because in my mind it's just like, oh, I'm just happy to be with the people. So for me it's not a big deal where it is, what it looks like. So that's why I was like, if people ask me, I was like, yeah, cool, I'm down. Because I'm coming to spend time with the person, not necessarily where we're going. Whereas my other friends are a bit more specific. It was like, oh, they like things a certain way.
Well, I would give them a deadline. I'd be like, if you're going to be specific about this, then you need to organize it. But I'm giving you a deadline to organize it.
Yeah.
To get them, potentially off their asses. To
be fair, it's not too bad. Like, I think it always kind of works out. I've planned a couple of things. April really is like our party planner.
Yeah.
Like she's the planner, but I think she's also quite relaxed about getting more relaxed about just being able to do things. Yeah. I think it's just depends on the time of year, like season that people are in, budgets, all that kind of thing, what you kind of want to do. So But yeah, I think on my list definitely I want to do like a big trip. When I mean big trip, long
Do
haul
you have
fly.
anywhere in mind?
I was thinking Kenya.
Oh yeah, you've been there before, yeah.
Yeah, when I was
Little,
young.
yeah.
I want to do the tour, like the holiday Kenya, not the village
Family
Kenya.
Kenya.
No, I've done the family Kenya. I want to do the holiday Kenya.
Yeah.
I want to see the beauty of Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to. I kind of want to do that possibly. I loved Malaysia. I'd love to go back to Asia
you would
there.
love to go back to Malaysia.
Like Vietnam or Thailand.
It's so annoying how to get there is so expensive, but when you're there, it's actually very affordable and very cheap.
Yeah,
that's what you were saying. Anyway, I've never.
It is. It's really affordable once you're out there.
And
it's
the
just
fruit that you brought back, the mangoes. Oh, so good. I wish you didn't bring any of it back though, because
now you want to
go. No. Now I have had. Yeah, well, I also want to go, but now I have like. I've tasted a good mango before, but that was a really good mango. And now I can't buy mangoes in this country.
Oh yeah,
they're so bad. Like it's uncomparable.
I've still been dreaming about that mango. So it's just the craving. Just makes me I want to go back there.
And the dragon fruit. Oh my gosh, I'm such a fruit person.
I'm so glad I managed to get it back as well.
I know.
In the suitcase.
Yeah. But you only took like a couple. I think if you take more, I think what's it? Security.
Customs. It just depends. You just have to declare it. For me, it was more about weight.
Oh yeah. Because you brought back a couple of presents for other people as well.
Yeah. Because my brother was like laughing about me actually over Christmas. It's like it was so funny traveling with me because he came like really packed really light. So he had loads of space to carry loads of stuff back. And then he was just watching me like throw away clothes as we were going to the different hotels, trying to lighten the load.
Or you just put on. What did I do when I went to?
You wore everything.
I think I like put on a like load of clothes just to lighten the load. And then I was like, because the woman was demanding 50 quid for the extra. Was it an extra bag or one of my bags? Because it didn't fit into the. You have to like size your bag into this thing, and it didn't fit, or it wasn't the right bag or something. So we had to take out all the clothes and stuff that bag into your bag. So I think I was wearing a load of like extra clothes, and then I was like to the woman like, and then I'm not giving you 50 quid.
And then I had to compress your actual bag to try and shove it into my suitcase.
Yeah.
So we had to like move around. It's like, okay, I can give you a spare handbag that would fit in there.
Yeah.
Why did you bring a hairdryer? This is how I knew you have not been on holiday. Because this girl packed a whole...
You saw me pack it!
I asked you, why are you bringing a hairdryer? And you still packed it.
Yeah, but that's why you're bringing it. It doesn't mean that it's bad.
I said you don't need it. She was like, no, I want it. I want it.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I had a whole conversation with you. And you just didn't want to listen to me.
And I didn't even use it on the trip.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, but I thought, my hair, like, what if I wash my hair and then it's, like, wet? And I thought we were going to go to dinner, so I wanted to make sure I dry it, and... Yeah, I had a whole reason and story in my head.
Yeah, but there's hairdryers in every
hotel. And then
I
bought like multiple different shoes. I bought like different heels, different trainers.
I bought like 6 handbags for some reason.
Yeah,
well,
just in case. You never know when you're gonna need it. You never know.
Yeah, I'm a just in case packer, but yours was on another level. I was like, we're away for 4 days. What craziness do you think we're going to be doing?
Yeah, maybe I thought we were going for 2 weeks instead of 4 days.
Yeah. I think you got really excited because you haven't been on holiday for so long.
Yeah, I was so excited. I hate packing. That's the one thing I hate to do is pack. I don't mind unpacking, but I hate to pack. So
yeah,
I don't really think it through.
Yeah. Okay, so based on that, we've kind of done a bit of a recap of 2024. What are some of the goals? Have you kind of set yourself some goals for the new year?
I've set myself some goals.
What are your top 3 goals? Would you say? Because we kind of we've started doing this little tradition now every year. Just at the beginning of the year, we kind of sit down together And we kind of do a bit of reflection of the year that's just gone past, and then sit down and kind of set ourselves some goals or some things that we want to achieve for the new year, and kind of just have a discussion around it as well, and then hopefully hold each other accountable throughout the year with it. We kind of did it a bit differently this year.
So you got this from church, didn't you?
Yeah,
it was
so
like the church service that you went to, and they were giving out just these like prompts. So you have like prompts at the back, all of the things that you may want to start doing, and then you have kind of like a space to write what you want to do, your goals coming into 2025.
Yeah.
And I think it was really, really nice. Some of the prompts actually were really helpful.
Yeah.
My top 3, I think, give more. I know I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, because one of the prompts was taking someone's bins in and having a conversation with them. And I was like, I do not want to do that with my neighbours. Not that they're bad people, but there's this one neighbour and she's like a chitter chatterbox, and she's just one of those types of people that she'll go on for like half an hour and like you're just stood there like, okay, when's this gonna end? So that was like my worst nightmare, to like chat endlessly with someone. But I want to do like more good deeds. That's something that I want to kind of like focus on, whether it's just something super simple like a smile. Like I am usually quite a smiley person. I am. No, never. I am. Okay, when I'm thinking in my own head, and maybe I'm not, but when I actually give people eye contact, I do smile at them.
Okay.
That's how I got sucked into helping that woman.
Okay,
push her
fair.
pram all the way down the other side of Bristol for no reason. Because I smiled at her.
When you say smiley, all I saw was your
resting down the street and go
your resting
like
face.
that. My resting face is real. It's a real resting face. But when I'm actually engaged into someone, I do smile at someone, and you know, I like to make that contact. So just doing more of that, and then just kind of thinking like a little bit extra. What more can I offer? You know, to someone. You know, it could be small, it could be big, depending on the day, the time, whatever. I think coming out of my comfort zone.
What's your coming out of your comfort zone big goal?
I didn't want to do it, but I was like, I need to.
As soon as you're like, I don't want to do it, I was like, put it down.
Yeah, do more business networking. I want to, we're both trying to start businesses. I want to start my natural hair care company and creating my own hair care products. And to, you know, you have to network when you're I think it's essential to network when you're starting your own business. So do more business networking. It's so scary. I think once you're there and doing it, it's not as scary, but it's scary talking to people you've never met.
Yeah.
But I think the common ground is business, and I think to go in and have that mindset, like, be intrigued of what other people, that's what networking is about. It's getting to know other people and what they're doing and how you can connect with them. So if you go in there and have a kind of like a mindset with that in mind, I think it will be fine. It's just the socializing, meeting people that if you're not naturally that person, which I'm not quite, and that's something that's pushing me out of my comfort zone. I want to grow in that area, is being able to socialize with people that I've never met and you know, push that boundary. I think it's something that it would be beneficial, so I need to do.
I think you'll be surprised as well how much it would kind of slowly boost your confidence as well, generally. And gets you just be more confident in just like believing even in the business that you're trying to create, especially in that mindset. Because I think once you know what your elevator pitch is,
is it what?
Pitching the business. Elevator pitch. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, elevator pitch. Yeah. I've heard that. Sorry. like, God, I need to do more research.
No, it's like it's just being able to concise like what you do, like the vision in like 1 minute to inspire someone.
Yeah.
like,
Something that doesn't bore people, that you can sell what you're doing.
Yeah. But you practice that, like through network, you'll be able to refine it.
Yeah.
Because the more you have to talk about it, the more you'll be able to figure out how to make it sound interesting, to really get people to ask questions and kind of invest even in your like idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think networking would definitely be a massive confidence.
I did go to one. It wasn't this year. I think it was the year before, and I think I was trying to push myself out of these things and get into stuff like that. But I did go to one, and it was nice. It was the one that you actually attended because you were working with the organisation at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was encouraging you to come to that one.
Yeah. But I was there first, and then you came at a later time.
What's that? Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
I know. It was okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it.
Yeah, let's not go into it.
But it was nice because there was like different people that I was talking about, you know, what I wanted to do. And yeah, I connected with a couple of people there, and they were interested, and we swapped socials and stuff like that. So yeah, I have like one positive experience from it. So I'm not scared. And then the last one, I would say, I'm gonna go for investing in relationships. I think kind of going on, like we've said, really like doing more social stuff and going on, you know, like weekend trips, like, or day trips, and just being a bit more active. And I said to you, like, I want to use like kind of Friday evenings as maybe the time to just be a bit more social. Monday to Thursday, I think I want to invest my time in just kind of like focusing on my full-time work. But, you know, to kind of start the weekend, I want to kind of add Friday into that mix. So yeah, those are my three main ones. What about you?
I think one big one for 2025 is I want to set myself like a bit of a goal to spend 10 intentional minutes every day in prayer. I'm just trying to get a bit better at setting like actual intentional time aside. I'm very sporadic. Things that I do. But yeah, I kind of just want to grow a bit more in my discipline and kind of set myself that challenge and see. So I'm gonna have to figure out like what tools and how I can kind of make sure that I remind myself to do it, etc. Because I really struggle with consistency. Because I think that's just, as we've now discovered and it's been confirmed, is how my brain works. And I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what are some of the strategies that will help me keep on track?
I think like outside of neurodivergency, I think though like a lot of people do struggle with that. They do struggle with discipline. I think our focus isn't as strong as it used to be because we've got social media and other things to distract us, easy distractions. So I think a lot of people need to, regardless of your neurodivergency, a lot of people need to work on discipline. So yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah,
and then so yeah, I think I guess that's my way of trying to challenge myself in discipline, but also just consistently feeding my soul, because I think that's really important for me. And then move out my comfort zone. I feel like the last 2 years, kind of was saying this to you last night when we were talking about it, have been like the last, what would I say, 4 years, I would say, like 4 years have been very significant years for me in terms of really pushing myself out of my comfort zone in loads and loads of different ways. So I think it got to the point with this one, I kind of struggled trying to find specific things because I felt like, oh, actually, I feel a lot better about these type of things. And I couldn't really, like, nothing really came off. But one of them was a solo trip abroad. I think that for me is like more of like a personal challenge. to kind of just overcome like sense of loneliness. And essentially preventing me from like really doing some of the things that I kind of dream about. So I think the solo trip abroad is like one of the challenges that would probably be a massive push outside my comfort zone. I did a little bit of it like when I went to Malaysia. Like I walked around in a different country on my own. So because my brother
initially went with your brother.
Yeah, I went with my brother, but he was because we initially went. My brother went to Malaysia for his friend's wedding, and then I just invited myself along because it was like
gotta do that.
Cool,
sometimes.
yeah. It was like, hey, I've always wanted to go to Malaysia, and I just saw an opportunity and I took it.
Yeah.
He was really grateful for it as well. He was like, he was really glad I came along because I think for him,
if you can do that, like you take that opportunity.
Yeah. But so towards the end of the trip, he obviously had some stuff that he needed to do for the wedding because he was the best man. So I had like this whole day where I just had to kill some time on my own. And I literally just like went to the mall. Like I went to shopping, wandered around the mall and stuff, and just kind of just explored on my own. And I realized like, oh, I'm doing this in a different country, and it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as like scary as it may have seemed. I got stopped.
By who?
So, like, people for pictures.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like police or something.
Oh no! I had a whole Chinese family. I'm pretty sure they was
yeah, but
Chinese.
I think they don't see black people.
Yeah, so I became a photo op. So my face.
That's my worst nightmare. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a bit worse in China. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It happened to me twice, and both times I was away from my brother when it happened. When I got stopped for pictures.
Wow. Just pretend like you're a celebrity. Like yes. Pictures.
I was like, I think it's really weird to just try and like ask a stranger for a picture.
Different cultures there, isn't it?
But one of them, like one group of like they were from India. They were Indian. They asked like they stopped me for like pictures. And then
maybe they thought you were Lizzo or something.
No, it was just because I initially said no, and I was like, why? I was like, it didn't make sense. And then just kept begging.
But you can say no. I said no,
but then it kept begging, and then I just felt bad. I was like, all right, then it became too much of a hassle. I was like, all right, take the picture so I can get moving.
Nah, that's weird. I don't like that. Though.
And at that point, I was feeling uncomfortable, so I was like, I had no one with me to kind of back me up to be able to just like go. So I just did it, and I moved on. Like, and then the other one was like. It was more innocent. It was literally. It was a family that clearly was on holiday. They've not seen me, and can we have a picture? And I was like, okay, fine. But I basically like the thing that makes me laugh is I realize my face is in someone's photo album.
Exactly.
In several families.
You don't know what they're gonna be doing with that
across
picture.
the world. I don't know. But this is not the first time it's happened to me. It happened to me and my friend when we went to Cyprus for our first ever, like, no parents holiday when I was younger. And it's every time I have my hair in braids. So I think it's something that it's like fascination about braids or like hairstyles that a lot rather than like when it's like non-European, like kind of thing. Because all of the times it's been around that, and usually have this fascination about my hair or whatever. Solo trip abroad. So I don't know, depending on where that goes, I might be in loads of pictures.
You may be famous, like billboards.
Billboards
in the country.
Yeah. And then I think the other one's like financial.
We need a financial one.
Yeah. One of them is kind of links in with the business. One of my goals is it's very an ambitious goal, but I want to see if I can somehow make like £2,000 within the year just through like my products and
side hustles, saving in some other like
no, not
ways.
Saving. So 2,000 is specifically in terms
like
of
okay, got it.
It's like either through selling my skills, so providing a service, either that's like makeup, like doing nails, doing hair, because those opportunities kind of just fall in my lap, but I don't really advertise it, so maybe I'll when it comes to the summer, I'll start advertising for it more.
Girl, I've been
Yeah.
advertising for you as well. There's people on my work interested in your earrings.
Yeah, and then my earrings as well, like selling my products that I make. And then the other one is trying to save £5,000. So
Okay.
and that's more just from my normal income, trying to figure out a way and just be more intentional with saving, because I've had a year of saying yes and YOLO. So I now need to go back the other way. Like rein it back in. I need to get back into the habit of living below my means.
Yeah.
Because
we need to have a balance.
Yeah. So this year the aim is to try and save some money.
It's not easy. It's so hard because everything's so tempting.
Yeah.
It's
literally just
here,
today.
Holiday there,
to be fair, no, that's a lie. I did some online shopping. I thought, today
TikTok
I think it was
shop,
I failed.
Shein,
TikTok,
Amazon.
Yeah, TikTok got me and Amazon got me.
Yeah,
today.
you need to. That's another one you need to say. Get rid of socials. So you stopped buying off of TikTok.
Yeah.
It gets you. Yeah.
Well, so my justification is I'm gonna go through all my makeup and start throwing away old makeup. So all my old foundation and stuff. That was another thing that I put on here.
Mm-hmm.
And because kind of as my concern, just reducing collection, because I tidy it away and then I forget about it and then it just grows. So I made little starts today.
You were like gifted some really nice Fenty makeup as well.
Yeah, so that's more for my makeup kit because that's different foundation colors. So now I can do more stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the aim. And I think the relationship one is more it's just more focused on nurturing my friendships. Again, I think I've had like last year has been a lot more like focused on like healing from like burnout and things like that. So it's been more focused on, I guess, filling my cup up again. And now I feel in such like a much better place. I do feel now I have capacity to kind of give back again. So I think that's it, like wanting to go back into nurturing my friendships, being able to just give back and be there, be supportive, help where I can, that kind of thing.
That's really nice. I think a lot of people that I've spoken to, that's their intention coming up to this year, like, is, really appreciating and nurturing and wanting to do more with their friends. And like, people can be in relationships and stuff, which is great, but your friends are, should be there for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Obviously, hopefully people in relationships, hopefully they're partners to be there for a lifetime, but that's not necessarily guaranteed. Like, not a friendship, but you know what I'm trying to say.
It's important. Like, it's a balance.
Friends are important. We shouldn't forget friends. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think because you need a balance, especially if you're in a long-term relationship. Like, who are you going to go to if you're literally absolutely
if you're alone and you don't have any friends and you're in a relationship and you break up with that person, that's very sad. Who have you got to turn to be in your community, know? And I think it's about just making sure you've got a community there and to pay attention.
100%. It's everything is balance. Relationships is balance, and I think relationship, like, one thing that I'm really grateful for, and I know it's been an absolute blessing. Like, I've generally I've been so thankful to God for, especially this year and stuff, is the friends that I have been blessed with are top tier quality friends.
Yes,
honestly, I cannot sit here and say anything bad about the friends that I've been given, because they're such amazing people. Just kind-hearted, loving, caring, like all of those qualities. And I know I'm so lucky for that. And so I'm super grateful. So, and I think I just wanna give back as well, because I think they have been there they've listened to all of my rants. You've listened to my rants and my tears and me figuring out.
But I think like what people start to realize is, it's better to have a small friendship group that actually there for you and genuine and care about you than a large friendship group where you're not that close and it's a bit rocky and potentially toxic. I would rather to have, you know, a small tight knit people in my life than a lot of people that know me but don't actually know me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. I think it's just yeah. If you have good quality friends, like really and truly you've won in life. Because if you do have good people around you and you are actually able to walk with them, I think it's also being able to say that you have friends that you can walk through life with, not just friends that are like seasonal or and stuff, but like they're not going anywhere. Whether you're up or whether you're down, whether you're having a rough year or like a good year, you know, like they're there, and they don't throw it in your face either. Like they have the understanding.
You could have not talked to them for like 2 weeks or even a month, and it's like nothing. You know, you're chatting and you're, you know, getting back to how it was, like nothing happened. You know, that's life. Sometimes that happens. You don't want to make that a continual thing, but sometimes that does happen, and it's okay. It's giving that person grace.
I think that's it. And I think we need more of that. I think as human beings in our society, we just need to learn to give each other a bit more grace. I think we're all just figuring it out. We're all trying our best. And everyone will make a mistake in the process. And it's just, I think as much as we are quick to judge, we also need to be as quick to forgive. I think that's one thing that I want to say. We need to take into 2025.
Yes.
That's one of the things that we need to take into 2025.
What, like, before we conclude, like, what 2 things do you want to leave in 2024?
2 things that I want to leave in 2024 in general or personal?
It can be both. It can be like a general thing or it could be a personal thing. It's up to you.
I don't know what I want to leave in 2024 personally. Okay, no, the one thing I said, it was grudges.
Okay.
I'm trying to leave grudges in 2024. I'm not someone naturally to hold grudges, but there's a couple. It takes a lot for me to hold a grudge, but and I mean something deep has happened. But I want to leave that behind. I want to close that door. I want to close that chapter. I want to move forward with forgiveness. So yeah, I want to hold grudges in 2024. And a generic one or general one is this rubbish new music. Like, leave that in 2024.
Yeah.
All of this slapping cheeks and whatnot and buckets.
And just normal bodies, like not this fake bodies. Maybe I'm going into my thing now.
Yeah.
But like BBLs, Botox, all of that stuff, that we need to leave that behind.
Oh yeah.
And just start appreciating just who you are. It's okay to love yourself, whatever you look like, whoever you are. Like, let's not try and create a new body.
Yes.
Men and women.
I don't mind finessing hair. I don't mind nails and makeup and having little things to amplify, you know, like spruce things up, fine. But yeah, the extreme. Like, let's leave it in 2024. Like, women, if you've got a crooked nose, just love your crooked nose. Figure out a way to work with it.
Yeah.
Like, and if you've got thin lips, just embrace your thin lips. Do not blow them up like a fish, where it looks like everything that you're saying is about to drool out of your mouth. It's just, I think it's just a crazy aesthetics. Like, can we just leave that in 2024?
Yeah.
It's fine if people want to do plastic
surgery.
Leave
our insecurities in 2024. Yeah. That's what we need to do.
It's like, but it's just a crazy, like, just this mad aesthetics.
Yeah.
Like, tweaking the aesthetics. Like, okay, fair. If I can't tell that you had work done, perfect, great, well done. I don't care. That's a you business. But if I look at you and I know that you've had 15 surgeons,
is it the extremism?
It's the extreme.
Yeah.
Like, if your face does not look like your face
anymore. Yeah.
unnatural features.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Unnatural features, let's leave them in 2024.
Yeah, agreed.
Natural features, absolutely fine. What was yours?
I've got a ton. Seriously, like there's so many things in 2024 that I want to leave behind. I'll just list them. I won't go into them deep. Gender reveals.
Okay.
They need to stop. I just seen so many gender reveals where it's gone wrong, or it's or the ones that are like not good. Like,
you know what's happened?
What?
You know, since you're turning the big 3-0, we had this conversation. Your algorithm is shifting.
What?
It's pruning you. That's why you're seeing all the gender reveals and the baby
like
stuff.
Princess Darcy and babies and all of this stuff as well. Wow.
Just wait for the momfluencers to grace your timeline.
Nara Smith videos, they need to be left.
Oh yeah, please.
I'm sorry, we don't have time to make Rice Krispies from scratch or Coca-Cola from scratch. Have you seen these videos?
What? Where she milks a cow for the cheese?
Yeah. Just these stupid videos where the common people, normal people, don't have time to do these things.
But I swear it's satire. I don't think she means it that serious. I think it's satire.
Does.
No, it's satire.
Yeah, I know she doesn't act. She can't do this. Otherwise, she doesn't have nothing else to do in her life to just make everything from scratch. But it's just like unrealistic, unrealistic videos. Keep in 2024.
I think we need to also remember that the people that do this consistently, this is actually their job. They ain't got.
I don't have time for it. I don't want that
else
on my phone.
Yeah.
Dating men for looks. I was deeping it today. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's this couple, they've recently got engaged, called Tennessee and Danny. They did like I don't know if you've seen like YouTube Foot Locker videos. They were in the Foot Locker series, and that's how they met, I believe. And they started to like each other. And Tennessee is really, really beautiful woman. And people are kind of criticizing her liking him. It's like, oh, he's not that good looking. Why would you go for him? And all of that stuff. And she was like, well, one, he's got a good personality. He's fun, he's kind. And two, like, don't try and act. He's not that bad looking at all. And people were criticizing the way he looked and going like, why don't you go for someone better? Someone that is more suited to the way you look and all this stuff. And now fast forward, she's pregnant, they're engaged, they're happy. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I think we need to focus on actually women need to focus on finding men, not just for their looks, but for their personality, how they treat you.
I think that's because we've got taken dating and courtship onto the online where it's basically like a catalogue selection.
Yeah.
It's like it's opening an Argos catalogue and you're like trying to pick the nicest one.
But she's won in a sense because she's gone for what her instincts were, what she liked, She's not going for this fake stuff, and she's won at the end of the day. And that just shows that women, we need to go for those stuff. A kind man can win,
Yes. That reminds me, I have another one. Finish yours to leave
My last one is, because I hate it, tapping. Get ready with me videos.
The ASMR ones.
Oh my god, that needs to stop. That actually needs to stop. I get so vexed. I have to swipe past these videos because I hate that tapping sound. Like, there's no need to tap a product before you open it. What's this? I understand, SMR videos if you're, hearing the...
ASMR.
Oh, yeah. What did I say?
SMR, and I don't know what that stands for.
I don't know either. ASMR. Where you're hearing the product come out of the tin, you're hearing the squeezing, I get that. But what's this tapping your nails on the product?
I don't know.
It's stupid.
I don't know.
So that, please, whoever does these videos, stop. Please, I'm begging. And that's it.
I love tapping, so I can't relate.
I I don't mind tapping myself, but hearing someone out don't.
Yeah, you were getting next.
Hearing someone else tapping, I hate it. So please stop.
The other one that I kind of just thought about, based on what you were just saying about Tennessee and stuff, is dating apps. Dating apps can go into the bin in 2024. We need to be done with it.
So what's the alternative?
Let's meet each other in person again, like the good old days.
I message you to go speed dating and you ignore it.
No, I don't want to go to a speed dating event. I want to go to an event and a guy just randomly has a conversation with me and then asks me for like a number.
You want men to be more forward.
Just natural, not forced, not creepy.
But no, not creepy. But you want men to be more confident in terms of being more forward in, you know, asking a woman out.
Yeah.
Like it used to be back in the day.
Yeah. And I think, and also women, stop.
Sorry, I don't think men know how to do that anymore. And
also women, I'm gonna address both the genders. Women, you need to stop getting so, like, stop being rude.
Yeah, it's true.
Stop being rude about it. Even if a guy, if a guy approaches you and stuff, and even if he's not for you or whatever, you can decline in a very polite way. There's no need to hurt someone's feelings just because someone is, and then go away and basically berate someone. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have the confidence to do it, like, you need to give the person. Like,
I couldn't imagine a man having the confidence to go up to another person and ask them out. Like, I'm just imagining myself in the man's position. Like, that is a very scary thing to do.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It takes a lot of confidence to be like, hey, obviously if they do it in the right way, like, hey, like, I saw you across the road.
Okay, maybe not from across the road. I think.
No, I'm just coming up with a scenario.
I'm talking about
like, I would say, like, hey, I just saw you across the road. As in, like, I'm walking. Oh, I just saw you. Noticed you across the road, like, and I had to come over. And are you single?
Yeah,
it's that.
Yeah, I think the way that you've kind of worded it, that's like kind of polite.
Give me a chance.
I know, but it's like, no, I'm not like, I don't want the oi oiks.
Oh yeah, like, we don't want. Woo,
yeah,
none of that.
All of those. No catcalling, but you can like simply politely approach someone. But I think the dating apps, they're useless. It's not working. It's clearly not working.
Well, I want my boyfriend on here.
Yeah, but you basically match with someone and get them to meet in person straight away.
Yeah, but that's the technique. That's the thing that you need to do. This whole writing love letters for 2 months to each other. Okay, not love letters, but having a conversation for 2 months with someone is absolutely pointless. It dwindles out. Especially if you have a busy schedule, it doesn't work. You have to pretty much meet with that person straight away. So are they? But then that's on you. That's on that person. But
I just don't think the dating apps work. I think if I'm somewhere,
there's a technique and a skill to it.
To me, I just think they're trash and they need to go in the bin.
I'll let you have it.
That's my opinion. They're trash. They're creating more division, social divisions. We are less likely to kind of just try and actually spend some time with each other because we become so scared because we're trying to vet everything before we even like meet someone in person, and that's not how you build community.
I hear you.
So like I think there's something about just meeting someone in a general space, in person, like when they're just natural. Because I think that the other thing that I really can't stand on dating apps is everyone becomes curated. Even if you try not to be, you naturally end up
looks.
It's about looks, and then it's all about trying to say the right things to try and get. It's like a job interview.
But it's like, be yourself. That's all.
Yeah, but even when you're trying to be yourself, like, because everyone else is sat there with a long list of like, oh no, this person said this, that's an ick, and oh this person has done that. You're not even giving someone a chance to kind of go past that stage because you're now just going through check boxes.
Who do you get on these?
Like, Dasha, I've told you the story.
No.
I told you the story of one of them that was the wildest. Have I not told you? And this is on a Christian dating app.
Okay, tell me again. I don't think
I don't even know if I want to have this on podcast because it was wild.
Okay.
The conversation. It was really inappropriate.
Paraphrase.
Literally, it was a person that just asked me a bunch of questions, and it was basically like an interview, like just checking a box.
Oh, tick box. That's someone that has such high expectations and it's been dating for a very long time, so they're out of touch, basically. I feel sorry for that person.
But I think also what was asked was like, this was really inappropriate to be asking because you're basically judging me. And then on a Christian dating app, I was like then saying like, oh, okay, it's a no from me. It was literally like I was in one of these balloon videos I was the pop in. Yeah. I was just like, what is this? Like, this is not even a conversation. Like, you've literally just given me a questionnaire to fill out.
Yeah, nah.
Like,
that person's not for you.
I said my piece at the end. I was like, cool, calm, but I think you need to be a bit more careful in terms of how you ask some of these questions because I do think, as much as you might say that you don't want to be judgmental, it is coming across quite judgmental.
I think that's good that you gave that person that feedback. Yeah. At least they are aware that's what they're doing. Yeah,
I'll tell you off camera exactly what the question was, and I just thought that was highly inappropriate within like 2 sentences.
You told me the story.
I feel like I did.
Oh, okay, maybe I forgot.
Maybe.
That's how you know you can tell me your secrets, because I'll forget by tomorrow.
I feel like I've told you, but yeah, just get some wild ones. I think for me, I also realised that world doesn't work for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
it doesn't for a lot of people, so it's fine. Yeah, I know. I've been there. It's the trenches. It's the ghetto.
The city's the ghetto. It's really the ghetto.
There's someone nice out there. I promise.
It's the ghetto.
I promise there's someone nice out there for you.
I'm just done. But you know when you like push yourself outside your comfort zone and then you're like, is this what I left my comfort zone for?
Yeah, you open the door, it's like something scary happens. Close the door. Open it, trying again, having to close it, and it's a constant this until
you just constantly question yourself.
Scared again.
Yeah. But yeah, I think those are mine.
Yeah. Well, I think that is all for this podcast, but let us know what you want to do, what your goals are in 2024, and what you want to leave behind.
Yeah.
Did I say 2024?
2024.
2020. Yeah, what you want to leave in 2024,
and what you're taking into 2025.
Exactly. That's what I was supposed to say.
And just comment down below if there's anything that you want us to cover in the new year. Anything that you would love us to do, like, and see from us. Any feedback is really super helpful. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe,
and comment.
And also don't forget to check us out on Spotify. So if you're someone that's not a visual and you just want to listen to stuff while you go about your business, we are on Spotify, and we do have some special unreleased episodes on our YouTube channel, on Spotify.
And follow us on socials as well.
Yeah.
We do it all.
We try. We're not perfect, but we're trying.
See you on the next one. Bye.
Sweet, I'm so tired.